Alright, hello everyone. We have to talk about a sad story that came out of Bayside just today, and only one media outlet is covering what happened, and it appears to be Patch. I had to find out from the Bayside Queens Facebook group that I have to sadly report an 82-year-old woman was hit by a car this afternoon in Bayside on Corporal Kennedy Street. So, sadly, I have to report that this woman is in critical condition and we do not have any other updates. And we know that the name of the victim who was ran over, the name has to be withheld for HIPAA reasons. Federal law protects hospital patients, so that's why they're not going to say her name, which I can understand that. So, according to the 111 precinct, they report that the elderly woman was crossing the street when a driver behind the wheel of an SUV failed to yield and hit her. So, let's read this. An elderly woman is in critical condition as of Sunday afternoon. So this happened yesterday, but again, no media covered it. They should have at least spent 30 seconds covering this. When a driver failed to yield as she was crossing the street in Bayside. Around 3:20 p.m. on Sunday, May 23rd, the driver who was behind the wheel of an SUV made a left turn from Corporal Kennedy Street on the 43rd Street when the driver hit the 82-year-old pedestrian who was crossing the street. The woman was transported to Booth Memorial Medical Center in critical condition. They still call it New York Hospital Queens, but again, don't offend the locals like me. I still call it Booth Memorial Medical Center. As of Monday, police told Patch that there was no additional updates about her condition. The 111 precinct, also did not give any updates about arresting the case of the driver who failed to comply with state law by not yielding to the pedestrian who was crossing the street in a marked crosswalk. The intersection at Corporal Kennedy Street and 43rd Street is a four-way stop with marked crosswalks for pedestrians at every part of the intersection. However, locals point out that this hasn't prevented accidents in the past. On a neighborhood Facebook post about the accident, one wrote, "That intersection is the worst. My neighbor got into an accident there and so many cars run the stop sign." Another added that running stop signs on Corporal Kennedy is nothing new, citing an incident that happened at the 39th Avenue intersection when they say prompted the city to replace a traffic sign with a traffic light. This incident comes shortly after 2021 was deemed the second deadliest traffic year under the de Blasio administration, especially for pedestrians who comprised 43 of the 70 traffic deaths from January 1st to April 30th of this year, according to city data highlighted by Transportation Alternatives. So there you go. I'll just show you how biased the media is. You type in Corporal Kennedy Street, look what comes up. Look what comes up. Only one article was this. If you Google this, this is all that comes up. So let me just show you this intersection because I know it very well. So if you know Bayside very well, this is east of the Clearview Expressway. And let's just put a street view of this area. And then I'll show you another dangerous intersection. And again, needs to be brought up on Francis Lewis, which I've had to cross numerous times over the years. So this is Corporal Kennedy and 43rd Street. And I know this area very well, folks. This is not too far from where the Clearview Expressway is. Yeah, this is a very dangerous intersection. You know, the driver didn't yield. And because the driver didn't yield, now the DOT may have to look at putting a traffic light here. So I don't know if they will. I mean, there's going to be a lot of heat from people in Bayside because that's my old neighborhood. Okay, I know people are not going to be too happy about it. Well, it may happen, so I'm just giving you the heads up. But let's just go to this intersection that we know very well. This is another intersection that needs to be brought up. 39th Avenue and Francis Lewis. You know this intersection very well, folks. So as you know, this is a very dangerous area because what happens is pedestrians are not safe here. Because the problem is you have the cars making the left turn from Francis Lewis Boulevard, and what happens is the pedestrians who end up here, and we know this time and time again, you could be going against the light and You know, the issue is, and I'll show you this, it's just a simple fix. You know, I'll show you this for a second. I don't know why they can't put a left turn light here. It's so simple. A left turn light would make things a lot easier and safer for the pedestrians at this intersection. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to cover this because, again, no local media covered this. I mean, if you Google Corporal Kennedy Street, this is what's going to come up. And again, I want to thank the Bayside Queens Facebook group for making me aware of this, because I would have never had found out about this if it wasn't for them. So, I'm hoping this woman's going to be okay, but it just comes to show you that, again, we have to keep exposing media bias. This is something NY1 could have covered, but you know how it works with Spectrum. So I don't have to go into that again. So thank you all for watching. This has just been a brief video. Until the next one, please take care.